Welcome back to another live session on Thursday. Potentially another big trading day. We have seen there was big manipulation yesterday on almost all the pairs, including gold. There is a huge bullish engulfer has formed in this market, so that might give today additional potential trading opportunity. Looking forward to see the best trade to come up in the market, as we are beginning of the day with a potential bigger move possibility, as the price has made significant directional bias. Now we can see that yesterday the market has made a huge breakout. This bullish candle on the 4-hour chart, you can see it's a more than 3 ATR candle. Now after such an important move back to the upside on Xauusd, we can see after this huge move upside, the price again started to drop back down here. Now currently this market is in a bearish trend here. From the intraday time frame, we can see the price started to break below. From the weekly chart, we can see the price also after break of this weekly high, there was a breakdown from this weekly pin bar. The market is moving as expected towards the downside here, and because it's a long-term bull market, the price has got just been rejected from this high on Xauusd. As we can see, the price starts to break below here. Now as this is a currently we are almost end of the week today, Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. It's a bear market, and in that bear market, what you can expect this market to potentially continue to trend here. And that being said, this is the daily candlestick pattern here, which is a daily bullish engulfer that we can say has formed. And in that daily bullish engulfer, the market has this daily candle. The previous daily candle was a complete manipulation to the upside and to the downside. Therefore, as the price has crossed that high and form a long wick candle here, expecting that Xauusd potentially drop down here to create a new lower low. So from the intraday time frame, we can see that after this massive manipulation candle on the 4-hour chart, which is a stronger liquidity grab, today we can see the market started to pull back again, and as there is a significant break below, expecting this market potentially now to test this low or potentially break below before it push back up. And from this support level, from this daily support, we may see a possible directional move again here on Xauusd. So from the 1-hour chart, if you guys look at it, you can see from this high here, the market started to break below, expecting that the market to trend down here. This is where there is a 1-hour move that you can see. It was an unusual move back to the upside on this lower time frame, and as this market again trending back down here, expecting the price to come back here to this support level. So this is at around 100 pip potential move possible in this market on Xauusd. That being said, expecting the market to trend down here and for us to find an entry. Now coming to the point where we can look for an entry opportunity, here we can see that this is the lower time frame move back to the upside here to this key level and immediate break below, so which is a sign that the market may potentially continue to trend down here to the direction of the trend. So this is a support level here, and you can see it's an important support. From this support, a move back to the upside, and you can see support here move back to the upside. So which is a very important level of support, that the market multiple times tested this support and then got that rejection again. Now what we are seeing in that market, as this price multiple time tested this support and has broken below, you have seen again tested this support as a resistance and again has broken back below. So in this market currently we see that a sharp downtrend, and in the downtrending market wanting to see the price to potentially come back here to create a new lower low. So with that being said, expecting the market to come down here to drop back below to this key level. And here is the lower time frame. If you look at the 1 minute chart and other time frame, that you can see the market is having that trend. So you can see from this from the 1 hour chart here, this is where there is a bearish engulfer from this level, from the 1 hour, which is pretty sharp drop. And for us, for finding an entry in this market, for this drop back below here on Xauusd, expecting this market to potentially trend back down here to this support level. Now we have seen there is a 30-minute candle close just now here on the lower time frame. Let's wait to see if we have a possible entry from this zone here. And as the market trend is down, the possibility for the price to drop back below is higher. And where is, you can see the market possibly to come back here to this support level. If you look at the 1 hour price action here, this is 1 hour candle and it's a sharply falling market. So any pullback in this 1 hour candlestick pattern, that's what I'm looking to sell, because it's a sharply falling market. So this is the 1 hour high, the previous sessions, which is session high is very important. And in that area, the price slowly building up pressure for a possible drop back down here. And this is the order block here, which is 3326.02, and also there is another zone here to look at for possible break below. So if we look at the 1 hour candlestick pattern, that you can see, now I would like to see that, guys, this 1 hour candle is going up for a pullback. This is a falling market and most likely the price will continue to drop here. If you look at the daily chart, you can see the market is approaching the daily level from this sharp rejection, because there is a massive breakdown from the daily high. Most likely the price will break this 3319 level. So how do we know that in what situation the market will do like that, right? So to understand it, it's always a good idea is to wait for the market to show its hand. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So now let's do some work here to see where the market to break below. Now what do we see in that area? Again, going back to the 1 hour chart, from this intraday time frame, this is sharply bear market. Now how this 1 hour candle is closing is absolutely important, because this will determine either this market will go up for a pullback, though it is highly bearish, or it's gonna just continue to drop with this 1 hour candle. Now if this market is coming here, even closing like that, closing like that with a wick at the bottom, wick below here, that is where high probability the next one will come back here to the downside. And most likely we'll see that the market is possibly breaking with this 1 hour candlestick pattern. But for me to enter any trade, I would like to see a deeper pullback here. Now this is, you can see this is the 5 minutes breakout. Okay, now understanding this kind of market structure is the secret of becoming a better trader, because once you know that, guys, it's very simple to trade. As long as you understand the pattern, it becomes much more easier for you to pick the trades. Now what do you see here? This is 5 minutes candlestick pattern, right? And also the market structure. What happened at 3336 level? Always looking at the past is the smartest way to trade the market, right? So looking at the past is the key. When you look at the past, right, you know that what happened in the past. And based on that past, we can look for the prediction in the future. Now, if you look at, I have drawn a level at 3336 in that area. Why did I draw that? This is the level where the market has bounced multiple times and bigger bounce more often. That is called a mirror level here. What is a mirror level? Guys, this is a very rare understanding of the market. You have probably have heard of key level, right? We had heard of a mirror level. Probably get know the mirror principle, but not the mirror level, right? What is the mirror principle? If you know the mirror principle, you know many of the secrets, right? What is within is without. That's called the mirror principle. So everything is a reflection of your inner being. And those who understand it can understand how things happens. Now, mirror level is what you can see the market mirrored. And when you understand the mirror level, you know that this level is very powerful. Let me explain to you what is a mirror level and how you can identify that, and you can find trade around mirror level. If you look at here, let's say market has gone back up like that, okay, and then made a move back, right? So has broken that key level, has gone back up, right? So let me give you a little clearer example so that you understand what is a mirror level. So if there is a key level like that, or an important level, right? So like this, that means in the past, from that level, the market has made it bounce, made it bounce, made it bounce. So that is being said that the market has made a bounce, and a level will never always remain the same. At some point, you could see the level has broken. Okay. Now, once the level is broken, you'll see that more often it's a false breakdown. Okay. Now, the level is broken, and after breaking this level, after break of this level, the market again returned back up from that level to the direction of the major flow. That is what we call a false breakdown. But with that false breakdown, if you guys look at it, you'll see that if it isn't a false breakdown, if the market after this break goes back up and retest, revert back again in the direction, that means the valid breakdown, that is called a mirror level. So that means in the past, this same level acted here as a demand area for the buyers. That demand area has broken and turned into supply area, right? So, and that is where a very powerful level comes in play. Now if you look at here on this one here on Xauusd, you can see that this is a support, and also the support. So in that support that we can see, the market has made its move back to the upside, and also made it move back to the upside, and also made it move back to the upside. So which is a key mirror level. The market has made its move, and then once the price has broken back below that level, has gone back to the upside to that level, and again it has got that sharp rejection with a momentum. That is mirror level. So therefore, before the market come back to 3319, right? So at now 3329, we can expect the market to potentially respect 3336 level, and then to come back here 3319 or 20 level, right? Now I'm not straight going to sell here at the moment. This is an analysis. This is a way that I look at the market. You guys also have look at the market also. And also guys, I hope that the audio is going well. If you guys are looking at, make sure you give a thumbs up and also give a feedback guys for the audio. What do you think? DXY, dollar yen, thank you very much. Morning. Your view on Eurusd. Hi coach, new heading Justin. Welcome, thank you very much. Hello, thank you. And yeah, absolutely, let's look at here on, now you can see that this is the zone here after this retest of this support here, and also support here, which is turned resistance. And in that area, the market has made that back below. Audios go, thank you. Thanks for the feedback. Now here, as we have a directional bias in this market, we may see that this market potentially come back down here to that support level. And that being said, this is a zone that we will be looking for an entry. Now, before it enter, as we looked at the 1 hour chart, this I was discussing about guys, this is the 1 hour price action. And in this 1 hour price action, we can enter early, but I would like to see that this 1 hour candle has gone up for a deeper pullback, and there is an imbalance here. If you guys look at it, you can see this is massive imbalance here. Now once this is an imbalance here, we could see that sudden drop and fill that imbalance. But for us to have a high probability setup, for us to see the market has made its move, we will be looking into that trade. So this is what we're waiting to see, that the market is coming back here and breaking back below in that direction. So would like to see that from the 1 hour before the candle close to go up for a pullback, and that's where the better opportunity will come. So once you see the market is on a pullback, we can look for that entry in this instrument. So I hope that guys you're enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up. And as I mentioned earlier, that yesterday we have seen that there was a PPI has been released, and with that PPI now coming up later today, also retail sales, core retail sales, and unemployment claims. These are very important news that we can see. And with that unemployment claims, we could see that Xauusd, as well as to show most of the USD pairs better directional bias. And today is very important day guys, and I will be coming on live also, including this one. We will be trading here, and also we'll be trading in NY session, so don't miss out. Stay connected by joining the channel by make sure you give a thumbs up here, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. So here is what you can see. The market is having that rejection back below here. So what you can see, that 4-hour chart and the 1 hour 30 minutes, it's pretty sharply bear market here in that area. Now with that bearish market, what you can see, the price has this is a sharply falling market, and with this 1 hour price action that you can see, the market is still maintaining that downtrending structure. Would like to see a pullback, and without pullback, as I mentioned, we may see the market directly dropping down here. But if it does that pullback and before the 1 hour close, that is where the high probability trade setup is coming in play. And it's always a good idea is to wait for that better pullback. And you can see here, this is where there is a bigger bearish move in that area. And you can see the market is in fact pushing back here to the upside for that pullback, right? So waiting for 1 hour candle to close, before the close to go back up. As you can see, it's trying to push back up. And if this market going back up with this move, at least for certain directional move for deeper pullback, we'll be able to enter into the trade. Now I'm going to look for possible a pending order here. Let's wait to see 1 hour candle how this is playing out. Now would like to place a pending order below this level for a possible downside here. So let's wait. First of all, I'm not going to enter by market, as would like to see the price has given us the entry based on the price action confirmation. So first of all, you can see 1 hour candle is still moving back below, and there is an imbalance as I mentioned earlier. So it may continue to drop here, but with an imbalance here, so would like to see that pullback. And we have 2 more 5 minutes candle to form before this 1 hour close. And if this in this 2 5 minutes candle the market is going up for the pullback, that's where we will be entering into the sell trade here in this market. We can see the market is pushing back down here, and which is pretty sharply bearish. Would like to see it's breaking below in that direction. Now you can see this is the 1 minute chart, and I hope that you guys are enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day. So this is a doji here. The market is almost to that support level, right? So from here we could see that potentially continue to drop back below to fill that long wick or to move up for a pullback. So from the 4 hour chart here, if you look at, we can see after back-to-back 2 bearish candle formation, there is a sharp break below, which is we still 2 hours remaining for this candle to close. And with this candle close, would like to see that it's move for a deeper pullback. So you can see 5 minutes close here, and so 1 hour candle closing, wanted to see that it has formed a wick on the 1 hour, and if it formed that wick, we could look for that entry. As we will be mostly we'll be looking for a feel of that wick, right? So you can see in that way we'll be able to know that this market is trending aggressively. The key here, as I mentioned many times, is patience. Okay, so once we are patient, we will be able to enter the trade when it arrives, when it shows its hands. Is the key here to look for a trade, okay, is to look for a position when the market arrived, okay. So that's what we will be looking at. So 15 minutes candle, you can see it's a bear candle. Now, this is the last candle before the 1 hour that you will see. And I'd like to open a possible entry, but I would like to see that the market has done that pullback that we are looking to see. It's a sharply falling market. Okay, we can see that 15 minutes pullback. Just looking at to see possible risk reward here. I'm not entering yet, but we could see that move. And if you look at the 15 minutes here, you can see the market is forming a bearish candle. So I will be selling on Xauusd for this short-term drop here, just above this 15 minutes, the stop loss. And I'm selling Xauusd on the 15 minutes time frame. So stop loss putting at 3329.53, very tight stop loss. And putting a take profit at 3321.69. So placed sell on Xauusd and possibly a break below here as 1 hour candle closing, and this 1 hour candle is pretty sharp drop here on Xauusd, expecting the market to trend back down here from the 5 minutes as well. We can see a green doji formation. So from the 15 minutes is closing as a possible bearish doji here, and expecting this market to trend back down. I'm sell on Xauusd, wanting to see that it's breaking below, and we are on the sell. Let's wait for the market to show its hand, and would like to find an entry in that area. Let's wait to see where it is heading. Thanks for joining the live session, guys, and wanting to see that the market is trending here in the direction to create a potential new lower low. Waiting for the price to show, and okay, so the key here is to find a short-term move, because this trade will be closed within short period of time as it is in a bearish trend here, and we can see the market is showing that move, and we are on that trade near at entry, and would like to see that it has given us that momentum. Now this is the 1 hour price action that you can see the candle is closing in a couple of minutes, and I think that after the 1 hour close, expecting a drop back below here, as you can see this is a bear market. Okay, so we may see that the market to push back down to fill some of this long wick in that area. So you can see that drop, and as soon as I will take the profit or do anything, I will give a shout out here. Still running in. It's a very short term trade, and we might be closing with the candle close. Okay, after the candle close, we might see a drop here, and that move that I would like to take on this trade. And as you can see, it's a pretty sharp break below on the intraday time frame. From the 1 hour chart here, that you can see the market is in a sharp downtrend here, and it's a bear market. We are running in profit at the moment, and I also shared the same trade in the group, and it's moving in the direction for that bearish move and pushing back down. I hope that you guys enjoying the trade, and I'll give a shout out if I am closing at any situation this trade. And running in yet, and expecting drop back below here, and all right, so you can see the market is moving down, expecting that this market to break below. So we see that from it's a falling market, and in this falling market we are selling and expecting it to continue to drop here. As if you look at the 5 minutes candle, it's if the market, this is the 1 hour close, after this 1 hour close it's a sharply bearish, and we may see what I think that one more rejection, and once the market is on that area where there is a probability for further drop, we will be closing the trade with the profit. Now I'm still holding it, and as I mentioned, we may close after the initial move on the 1 hour candle close. It might have a rejection back below here on the 1 hour close. So far it's still moving in the direction. So from the 5 minute chart here, which is a bearish candle, and are you guys with me? Now this trade I don't want to, possibly not to close as a minus, but to close as a plus. And you can see this is the 15 minutes candle, which is pretty sharp bear candle on the 15 minutes time frame, and that candle potentially to play out as a bearish move. So look at the 1 minute chart. Here is also the market is trending bearish. So now 15 minutes close that you can see is showing still potentially okay, running in profit at the moment. there is an imbalance in that area, so expecting the market to trend back down here unless it wants to go for a deeper pullback. Waiting on that, the market to potentially show a rejection here. If it isn't, we have a very tight stop loss here in this one, and I don't want to move the stop loss because if it revert back up, it might go a bit strongly upside here for a deeper pullback. Therefore, I'm still holding it. So here's where you can see that this market from the, if you look at the 1 minute, that you can see 5 minute chart, and that is the candle that you would like to see that it's getting that reaction back. And on the 1 minute chart, we can see there is a breakup structure. Now, as 1 hour candle closed, getting the rejection, and would like to see that it's breaking back below here and to form a new lower low. So the market trend is still bearish. Is still possibility for a new lower low. So we're waiting to see that it's breaking below here to create a new lower low. And from the 5 minutes chart, see our trade on the 5 minutes time frame that we have open, 5 and 15 minutes. Let's wait to see how this candle is closing. And if it is not being able to break strongly above, so you could see the market to trend again in the direction of the trend, in the direction of the major trend here. So from the 1 hour chart, this is a very sharply falling market that you can see on gold. And you know, when you see a falling market, even the trade goes against you, always trading with the trend is the smartest way to trade the market. Trading with the trend is the key to remain profitable over the long term. So here you can see the market is showing, we saw that a stronger bearish market structure. Now, here, this is the 1 minute price action that where with this tight stop loss want to see it's to come back here below this level. Now the only way the market might move up here is if the sellers start to close their positions. And sellers start to close their position, that's where the market may move. But from the 1 hour, the 4 hour could be pulled back. Looking at the 1 hour again, now from here I'm still expecting a rejection back below, as it is a sharply falling market, to retest that 3319 level. And for me it's unusual to go back up without testing this 3319 level. So you can see the market is trying to push back here. This is a the trend is down. The trend is the key that we always look at the market when the market trends. And from the one hour again, once this market will get a rejection, we could see the sharp drop back below this level here. And okay, so 1 minute candle that we can see this one forming a possible downtrending market structure. Now this 5 minutes candle, the one current one that you can see, if it is not being able to break above that possibility for a continuation back below the support level, that's why we have sold. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can't hesitate a lot to trade with the trend. Okay, so even as I mentioned earlier, if you are not comfortable on trading with the trend, it's good idea always to sell from the low, to trade with the trend, and that's where the secret of becoming a profitable trader. You can see the market is here showing that there is a consolidation, and from that consolidation there is a struggle here from buyers and sellers on the lower time frame that you can see. And okay, it's trying to break below here. It might need deeper liquidity. So getting rejection. We are at entry here on Xauusd, and stop loss here only 24 pip, 23 pip. Okay, so here it formed quite a few long wick candle. Now this is a two-way price action. It can be bullish, can be bearish. I'm still relying on the trend with a possibility for break below. So not modifying the order, either not adding, not subtracting, expecting it to break below here in the direction of the trend. As always, as I mentioned, I prefer the trend, even the trade is not very high quality, but it's still, as per the strategy, I always prefer the trend, because at the end of the day the market is moved, the market is carved or bent towards the trend, right? So that's how the market moves. The market always bend towards the trend. So now if we look at the 1 hour candle again, this is the 1 hour price action, and in that market structure on the 1 hour, if this market struggle to break strongly above, we could see this market to come back here or to retest again. So this is the 1 minute chart. It's trying to push back here again. That might try to grab more liquidity. Yes, so let's see that how this 1 minute candle is closing here. So this is the 5 minutes, and not moving the stop loss, as if the market goes up to the SL, we will be re-entering the position again, as it's still probability for to move in the direction of the trend. So you can see some rejection. So here is the 1 minute move from it's trying to grab that liquidity. So there is a lot of stop loss in that area. So it's trying to break those areas. So I am out with the trade. Let's wait to see as we look at here. I'm out with the trade. It has gone up for another deeper bounce. Now we will be re-entering another trade here with a as I mentioned earlier, this is a move against the trend, so there is a key level here. We'll be looking for another entry, and I think as this is a bounce here, so we might see that the price to break any of this key level again and then to potentially return. So the 15 minutes price action that you can see, it just has crossed that high, so it revert back here from the 15 minutes time frame, and this is the level that you can see. This is the 1 minute chart. We might see that the price to break above, and So we need to see, before we look for further entry, a test of this support and then to return back below again. In that area, what you can see, the market to trend down, and if we look at that zone, this is the 5 minutes 20 EMA, we might see this is another area of value. So if the price is hitting that level, okay, so if you look at 3329 3330 level, which is a key level along with the 20 EMA, from that zone a possible rejection, and so you most likely see the market to penetrate that level and then to return. So in this area, that 3330 level or 332990 level is another key level that you can look for possible a rejection here. Now if we look at the 1 minute, it's forming a bearish engulfer in that area. If this market breaks from those area, from this intraday level, from the 1 hour also you can see the prices reach that level, and if it reject from that level, we could see the market to trend back down here. If we look at this is the 1 minute chart again, and here it is forming a bullish price action. So once the price managed to break 330 level, if the price reject, we should see that swing low is broken here, right? So 3328 level to be broken. Now if it breaks 3328 level, then we might see downtrend here. So we'll be placing a pending order at 3328 level, okay, 3328.50 level. So if the market breaks below here, stop loss will be above this high, then we can expect it to revert back again in the major direction here. So it will be a 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio trade. It's a sell stop. So sell stop at 3328.50, stop loss at 3330.07, and TP target at 3325. So TP target will be at 3325.33. So that's going to be a pending order. So if the market is getting the rejection, breaking below, then we could see that the market again coming back here. If it doesn't break below, it may continue to trend back to the upside for some extent here, and then we could see that rejection here. So placing that sell stop on Xauusd. So placing a sell stop on Xauusd here, it's bouncing back up, but if it return back here, then we will be on the trade. Otherwise, we may see a little upside here. We may see that the market to revert back for extended pullback, in that case, if it doesn't return, we might see the price to go up to hit that 336.50 level. So this is another level that we could see on Xauusd. Now here is the again 1 minute chart that looking at. So our entry below this level. If this trend is continuing back to the upside, that's where we could see the market to possibly return back here. Now getting 1 minute bearish engulfer formation here, if it form a long bearish engulfer on the 1 minute, it can be a possible sign of rejection or continuation. Depending on how this candle is being formed. So we see that overextension to the upside here. The resistance is turning support here is retesting, and a bearish engulfer has formed. Now here is a long wick doji formation that you can see the market in that area. The entries is still there, as if the market breaks below, we may see that the market to break down here to create a new lower low. So there is a rejection in that area that what we can see from this 30 minutes and the 15 minutes time frame. Now 15 minutes closing, this is, we see 115 is bullish candle followed by the next one also bullish. Now how this candle close also important. Lower time frame price action still showing here bullish structure. If it reject from that level, we may see the market to break below, and only if it breaks below, that's why we will be entering the sell trade here. Now if it isn't, then we will be still, there is a probability, because if you look at the 4 hour here, what do you see that 4 hour time frame? It's a big bear candle, right? So the 4 hour candle also closing in 1.5 hour, right? So if this candle doesn't reject, then mostly we will see the next one getting the rejection. So 30 minutes also showing nearly to has broken the previous candle's high. Now the market is exhausted on the lower time frame, and I think still very high probability for this market to reverse from here. So I am still placing that sell stop in that area on 3328.69 level, still on that. And if it breaks that swing low, expecting it to revert back again after the candle close on the 30 minutes and the 1 hour for the market to trend down to the major direction. Now see how the candlestick is being formed. It's forming quite a few long dojis here. And this kind of candlestick is mostly, you'll see that it's a, but I think it's a possibility for break below, less likely to trend again, being moved to the upside because it's a highly falling market. And if it continues, then it might go to test this any of this neckline here and then to reject back again. But here it's slowly building up that pressure for a possible downside. And you can see it's another bearish candle formation in that area. So that bear candle that you can see, another long wick doji, may build the pressure back below here. So waiting to see that the market to this is the 15 minutes again. It's a long wick, and if it close below, that is where we may see this market to continue to trend back down here. 1 minute chart again, I'm waiting for a break below here. If it trend back down, trend back to the upside, then we may see breaking this any of the swing high. But it's still possibility for a trend continuation. So I will be only sell this kind of market because it's a highly falling market. Now this is the 1 minute. We saw that there was a bull candle followed by, this is the 5 minutes. If this candle, the current 5 minutes candle, not being able to close as a bigger bull candle, we may see that again this market coming down here, because we see that move and the price on a important level of resistance line where the market to potentially trend down. So this is the 5 minutes again looking at, and we are looking at the 1 minute and 5 minute time frame to see what kind of market structures might be forming in that area. Looking at here on the lower time frame, expecting a bearish move, which is continuously dropping down from the 4 hour. That if we look at the 30 minutes candle close, that you can see, which is very important milestone on the 30 minutes time frame. And after this 30 minutes close, if this market to drop back again to break below here, we may see that complete rejection. And now if it wants to continue to trend up here on the 1 minute chart that you can see, it may go back to 3336 level. And then with the 4 hour candle could drop. So if it breaks here, then we are on the trade. If it goes up, not on the trade, because at any point this market may start to drop, okay, because it's a bear market. Being very important to look at a trending market for sell, right? So in a downtrend, I wouldn't ever be buy, because it's an overextended here, and once it prepared to drop, it's gonna keep dropping aggressively. So you can see some bearish price action is being formed here in that area. Okay, so I'm moving my sell stop above this, below this level as, and the stop loss above this high. As the market structure changes, I would like to create a little more space for my trade to hit potential targets. So I have moved my entry to this level, to 3329.79 level. If it breaks below here, I will be on the trade. So I move my entry to 3329.79, stop at 3331.14, and TP target 3331.4.7 84 stop loss. And TP target is again in that area at 3325.33. So I placed a pending order again here. I moved my pending order here to this level at 3329.12. Stop moved at 3331.84 and TP target at 3325.33. So move that here, entry in that area, stop loss above and TP target below. If the market breaks from that structure, if it doesn't, we may see that even hitting that 3336 level and then coming down here. So depending on how the market structure is being formed, we will be able to find that entry. Now the key here is to become patient, as I mentioned earlier, because more often the market will show early entry, or it may take a little more time here. Now, as you know that, guys, I am coming on live twice again, coming up in unemployment change time during the NY session to trade the live market. Now here I'm still looking at, but this session's time is almost ending. Here is the 4-hour support, which is turning resistance here. If this candle, my entry will still be there and I will still keep that entry. What you could see here, the market to retest and then reject. So the entry is here. We may see a bit more upside and then potential rejection. So I will be waiting for the market to reject back here for my entry to trigger while I'm exiting this live session and leaving the trade there. I'll see you again in the next live, guys, with another update as well as trade education. With a few hours, I'm coming back on live. Thank you very much for joining this live session. I'll see you again very soon. We'll keep this trade running, holding on to that if it triggers, and I'll keep you posted on the free Telegram channel if there is any update. Thank you, and we'll see you in a few hours time with another live session.